Good evening, everyone. How are we all today?
Howdo!
Hello, I'm still single.
still single and ready to mingle.
Single, Pringle, ready to mingle.
Oh dear. Oh dear. There's 3 people waiting, so I don't know whether they quite got the gist of that one, Callum.
No, nobody's even into hearing.
Yeah.
I'll wait till people
It
join.
says 3 watching.
Oh,
Oh dear me. But yes, I've just had to get Mr. P to close the curtains because they're watching the football, obviously. So I've just had to get him to close the curtains because the sun is shining through the trees directly at me. So I look like I'd been tangoed because it was shining straight on me. Hi, Kate. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kate. Happy birthday to you with the mottos and stew. For all the rest of the words.
How do Callum niece a bird?
what?
Needs a bird.
I need a bird.
Yeah.
Any takers?
I'm single.
So he was trying his chat-up lines on a pigeon today, apparently, when
no,
they went
I was
out.
I was
Who
talking,
was talking?
Oh, we were talking to a pigeon.
and I was a bit embarrassed.
Yeah.
Is that blew up when they walked past?
So,
No, it's
so
somebody I
yes,
knew.
Yeah, I bet.
and while we was out and about, as they were walking wherever they were walking to, somebody they shouts, "Woohoo, Callum!"
No, they said hi, Callum.
Hi, Callum.
They said hi, Callum.
Yeah, it's not been raining here, Kate, as such. It's been very windy. And same as I say, I've just asked Chris, because he sat on that sofa because watching the football. I've had to ask him to shut the curtains because, like, outside we've got trees, but the sun were like shining through the trees, and it looked like all my face were lit up. So I've had to actually ask him to close the curtains because the sun was shining directly on my face. So I hope you've had an enjoyable day then, Kate. Hi, Karate.
Bowden.
Hi, Adrian.
Hey, Adrian.
It
Oh,
says,
people
I
are
was
coming in
watching
now.
your advert. Well, thank you very much, Adrian.
I'm not even responding to karate because
Not-
he's trying to wind me.
Not everybody watches the adverts in full, but you know,
Pringle,
same as I say, if you watch the advert in full, I get more revenue because obviously, you know, I get paid. You know, if
Well, you
people
just
watch
live
the
yours.
ads, if you that makes any sense, because I'm monetized. You see, if like a lot of people, when it says you can now skip the ad, they click on skip the ad, but you know, if you watch it till the end, then I get more revenue. That if that makes any sense, I get paid if people actually watch the advert through right till the end. So yes, but I did have a co-host with me before, and E.G. Benny, but I needed the little girls' room, and now because I've took him off me to go to the little girls' room, he's got his back turned to me. It's been a good birthday in lockdown. Had some lovely cards, presents, money. I've been spoilt rotten again. Was nice seeing my mum. She stayed for a cuppa, 2 longest I've seen her. Well, it makes it all the more special if you know, if like, you know, in previous weeks you wouldn't have been able to have seen your mum, but you know what I mean. It's not been too bad. I've been going halves. There's one rule: when you get money for your birthday, you have to spend it on yourself.
No, it's ours with Pixie. That's it. That's Everybody and anybody, if they get any money for the birthdays or Christmases, it's ours with Pixie.
Yeah.
There
You
go.
keep on believing that, dear.
And I'm getting a drink when I'm 18.
It's a rule.
Oh dear.
Eighth time.
Callum's first thing when he's 18, he says he's going for a drink.
He's not only going for a drink, he's getting bladdered.
Hi Bella, how are you?
I'm meeting a bird as well.
Are we meeting a bird, are you?
No.
Oh,
Well,
what like
Including those that you've got to pay for.
Ah, that's it. That's nice, isn't it, Kate? So yeah, I mean the only bird that Callum can pull at the moment is a pigeon. You know, he's been chatting pigeons
no,
up.
I wasn't.
He wasn't chatting them all.
I was just saying, hey, hello, pigeon, how are you?
Oh, you was chatting it up then, weren't you? Hiya, Amjad, how are you? So yeah.
I'm practicing my social skills with a bird.
I mean, this will make you laugh, Kate and Bella. When it come back, and Chris was telling me that there was this girl that he knew apparently
She
from.
used to go to my school.
Yeah, she used to go to his school, and she's saying, "Hiya, Callum." So when he came back, I says, "Oh, look at Mr. Lubber Lubber." So when I sat down after, because I've been baking again.
I told you I'm ladies, man.
I looked on Google and I found the tune Mr. Lubber Lubber, and they were laughing at it.
Well, I told you I'm a ladies man.
Well, you think you're a ladies man?
I am a ladies man.
Yeah.
He's a player.
I thought I'd got some more coffee left and I've drunk it. So yes. I found another drink, everyone, from Poundland. It's a blue can, but it kept me going. Oh. Happy birthday, Kate. Bobby's your uncle. Oh dear. But yeah, Kate did say that she might not stop for the whole live stream. I fully understand. Obviously, it's a birthday, so I says, you know, just pop in and, you know, whatever. It's you know, I just wanted everybody to wish Kate an happy birthday. Just put Pixie's chop, Jeanette wants coffee. We see, I normally let it go cold, Kate. And I thought, oh, I've drunk it all. So that's what made me look in me, because Chris is always telling me off, because sometimes, or a lot of times, I let it go cold. So, you know, it tells me off, in other words. So I had to check because I couldn't remember whether I'd drunk it all or not. So yeah. So I thought, well, he can't tell me off this time because I've drunk it all. Hiya, Mike. How are you?
Hello, Mike.
Oh, don't worry about it. Well, funny thing is, it's half time now, Kate. So they've both deserted ship. I think Callum's gone upstairs to get a wash and get his pajamas on, and Chris has gone over there.
I've sorted his video out.
So yeah, so this is the thing as well. They went to she says perfect time to get a cuppa. They went to what we call the Moors Market. Now it's what in layman's terms, it's like an indoor market. Now Chris has been and filmed there many a times beforehand. But for some reason or other today, they got asked to leave.
Stop bloody filming!
So, you're welcome, Kate. Same as I say, that's the hiya Baz, how are you?
Hello, Buzz Reader.
That's the reason why I was talking about second class stamps the other night, because we'd posted it Tuesday and I was just worrying in case it won't get to you in time. So yeah, so that's why we're asking how long does it usually take for a second class post? Because I only got second class stamps, you see. So that were basically why I were asking. Oh, they're talking about playing games or something. I don't know. I'm jadding.
Well, I'm
She says, yeah, I was thinking, why was you asking? Get the heck up and get her a cuppa before I have to swim the English Channel. Oh dear. You probably turn back halfway.
Okay, I'm going to be going back over there in a minute, mate.
So yes. Bass's jumpy says, have you made that coffee yet, Mrs. Jeanette? But some as I say, it's not been a cold day today. It's just been very, very windy. And Chris is on about getting up very early in the morning. So we were wondering if Callum were up to the job of getting up, because he's on about going up at 7. So yeah, so he says to Callum, he says, if you come in with me, I'm getting up at 7. We're going, you know, I want to be up, ready and everything for 8 o'clock. You know, are you still coming with me? So yeah. Hiya, Laurie, how are you?
Hey, Laurie.
I have Amjad, my fiance wants it. She says soon she buy it. Oh.
Still single.
Stop.
What?
Oh dear.
They said I'm still single.
But we had no, I mean, we had all the rain yesterday. We had no rain at all today. Well, not as I know of anyway. Well, yeah, it was like spitting, weren't it?
Yeah.
It was like, we've had a little bit of rain. It was just like spitting with rain, if you know what I mean. But we hadn't had, you know, a downpour or anything. So much so as they decided they were going out this after. Welsh Clark says, Callum, look on dating site. He's not that desperate,
No.
Adrian.
It's only a joke.
Don't you get our Callum in any trouble. Well, he's resorted to chatting pigeons up now, Baz.
No.
I think he's trying to.
You're winding him up. He's not chatting any pigeons up.
He's trying his
Socialising.
yeah. Well, he says he basically it's socialising, but he's talking to a pigeon. So Chris says to him, he says, well, what you'll have to do, Callum, he says, you'll have to, you know, work your magic with chat up techniques. He says, and good thing about if you're chatting a pigeon or a bird up or anything, they don't answer back. Welsh Clark says, do you like older women?
I'm 17. I'm not 18 yet.
It all depends what you mean by older women.
Yeah.
A 30-year-old woman now.
No.
Up to you,
No, like
hello, darling. How are you?
26, probably 27.
You draw a line at about 25, 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I turn 18.
Oh, yeah, it says like 25. Yeah, same as I say, the cut-off line is about 25, 26, he says.
Yeah, when I turn 18.
But what happens, Callum, if she says, come back to mine, I'm all yours, and she's 30?
When I'm 18.
When you're 18?
Yeah.
What's up, Tucker?
Baz says, Callum, mate, leave that to the old man in the corner. Adrian heard what you said. He says, Callum will say yes, please.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Oh, dear. No son of mine is going with a 30-year-old woman. I'm sorry, you know, I'm going to put my foot down and say no.
When I turn 18.
You want somebody more your own age.
Yeah. Well, when you're 18, you can have that. You have a choice, don't you?
Well, this is it. I mean, you know,
You can go
there's
16 plus.
There's 9 years between me and Chris. But it, you know, same as I say, age is but a number. But it's like, let's say Callum's 17, 18. And he meets somebody that's a lot older than him. They're going to have different interests. Callum's going to be, you know, wanting to go out boozing and this, that, and other. Whereas,
wow, with the lads.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And you know, if the age gap's too, you know, too many years, then you're going to have different interests, aren't you? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but experience.
Unless she's into Xbox.
I doubt.
Bella's put you meet some dodgy birds online. That's where Baz met me. Well, I did it the old-fashioned way, Bella. I went out and I met Chris in a pub.
That's like saying
she got pulled.
That's like saying you meet some dodgy birds at a bar or at a pub.
Yeah, it don't.
I did meet a dodgy bird in a bar in a pub. Told your mum.
But it don't matter where you meet a person, you know, until you get to know that person.
Yeah.
Then it's like Chris, when he met me, he didn't know I might have been an axe murderer for all he knows.
Serial killer.
You know what I mean? It don't matter where you meet a person, you've got to get to know that person, you know. Yeah, washing line. Hang on a minute.
Where's everybody gone?
It's all right. I'm just. Oh, you're burning birthday. Oh, I bet that smells nice. Birthday cake scented oil. It's for Kate's birthday, especially for Kate's birthday.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, we're a friendly bunch here, Laurie. Bella is beauty on a budget. Obviously, Kate. Baz. Welsh Clark is Adrian.
Just have a discussion about pulling birds.
Yeah. It's all right. If you're wondering, we are a bit crazy here, but my lad's only 17, Laurie, and you know, is a bit. He's not very
social.
You're not antisocial, but you don't know how to talk to ladies. And
I used to be very social, but I'm learning. That's
the
only way to put it.
So yeah, so it's sort of. So Pixie's channel is my husband.
Oh no.
And the boy that you can hear in the background is my son, that's Callum.
Hello.
They have got their own channels.
Do photography.
I love crazy. But yeah, we do get a little bit crazy sometimes. So, you know. Hey, go Dozy. But so yeah, some as I say, I've been baking this afternoon. I made some cookies again because this greedy lot have already eaten. Like,
I'm trying to lose weight.
The ginger nuts that I made the other night, so I've made ginger nuts.
I'm trying to lose weight.
So I made ginger nuts. I made white chocolate chip cookies, and I've made milk chocolate chip So I made like 3 lots of cookies. No, it's still sat in corner.
I'm making my thumbnail, thank you very much.
So yeah, so he's just making his thumbnail and then he'll make a coffee.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No.
You mean to tell me I've been baking all afternoon and you're not even make me a coffee?
And I've had an embarrassing day.
No, no coffee.
I say, and I've had an embarrassing day.
Oh yes. I mean when slightly mad, Christy, you mean you've finally lost it? He lost it a long time ago, Baz, I'll tell you. Hey,
Baz, I'm going to have something to lose it, so that's a bugger there, isn't it?
Johnny says 2 sweet eggs, please.
Who does?
Johnny.
25?
Yeah. I have well I have Asda's sweeteners, but I only have sweeteners in mine. But yeah.
I've had an embarrassing day.
When Callum saw this girl that he used to know from school and she shouts, "Hi Callum." Next minute, Chris says there was a gust of wind and his hat flew off.
It was embarrassing. I went bread.
Me and Mrs. G are roaring with laughter. Ronnie having a tantrum because he can't get his own way. He's just nicked one of the cushions. Well, that's one way to get your attention anyway, Gordo. He's tried to get Johnny with... Don't bother, Johnny. He's tried to get everybody with that one.
What?
He's put Johnny 5, look at your phone. Hiya, Tony. How are you?
Tony.
So yes,
It's been
you know we've all had that one. You know, look at your phone, but we don't fall for it anymore. So you've spoiled it now. But yeah, same as I say, Chris says, he says, I have never seen Callum go so bright red in all my life. Because they were, you know, waving to this girl and, you know,
well,
she
there
was...
were 2 girls, but
What?
I didn't recognise one of them.
Oh, right. It might have been a sister.
It was.
Oh, right.
Because I was talking to her earlier. And she said it was.
But yeah, Chris says they were waving to him. He were waving back to him. He says, and then next minute, this gust of wind, he says, and his hat come flying off. He says, I've never seen Callum go so bright red in all my life.
She was probably laughing embarrassed.
But he says, yeah, because I were embarrassed. I says, well, these things can't be helped. You know,
it was embarrassing.
Yeah, but it's just one of them things. You know. But hey ho, that's that's
what it is.
Oh, that's it.
Just crack on, man.
I mean, she sort of didn't roll her eyes and talk, did she? Well, there you go then.
She was probably laughing.
So, but you know, it beyond your control, weren't it? You know, it weren't something that you did on a purpose. It weren't something that you did on a purpose. It was just a force of nature, let's just say. Well, we've put on out today, Gordo. He says, can we put the black bins out this week, or will it start right asking for a friend? But yeah, we've put on out, so. But yeah, same as I say, you know.
It's been a crazy day.
Yeah, they've enjoyed it. They like getting out to out and about.
I'm for when college opens, so I can chat with them birds.
I'm just gonna look for a link, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So just bear with me a minute, and I bet Chris knows what I'm gonna do.
I've got a clue.
I'm looking for your Yeah.
Yeah. Just yeah.
I'll explain in a minute once I find it. So I'm sorry if I'm yeah. I'm just going to find a link, and I'm going to put a link in the chat. Now, this link I'm going to put, Mr. Ben's bloody rice, apparently it's race. Oh, God, you know, it's... we good, Tony, thank you very much.
I've had a crazy day.
Have you seen what they renaming it now? But... oh no, nothing, Kay. It's just the fact that
What?
Chris had a channel called DJ Picks in the Mix. Now he's renamed it because they're going to start doing vlogs about Sheffield United. So I wanted to put the link in because at the moment they've only got 74 subscribers. Now, yeah, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I just wanted to put the link in so, you know, just show them a bit of support and get them up there. So that's Uncle Ben's rice. Can Liverpool fans come in? Well, yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
anybody. It's anyone who likes
that is the
football.
link to the channel. It is one of Chris's old channels because he used to have a channel called DJ Picks in the Mix.
And I'm in it.
So basically, what they've done is they've renamed it United Talk, and it's basically Chris and Callum, you know, talking about the football match predictions, etc., etc. Oh, Welsh Clark subscribe to you.
Hey,
Thank you.
Yeah,
who was?
I'll tell you another thing. What Welsh Clark, Adrian.
Cheers, mate.
They're on about because the Cocoa Pops. They want the brown monkey removing off of Cocoa Pops, and they also want something doing about the fact that Rice Krispies has got 3 white blokes.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah. And that is, you know, snap, crackle and pop.
I'm eating Rice Krispies and all.
But what I'm saying is, it's
Stupid.
Silly.
it is. It's silly. It's getting beyond a joke now. You know, when they're wanting people to rename. I mean, this is the thing as well. Yeah, I'll just check it, Gordo.
I mean, if they don't like it, tough. That's right.
No, that one. Oh dear. But you see, this is the thing, you know, how far's too far? You know what I mean? And then there's I mean, you know, I mean, it's not this one in America, and I think it's Aunt Jemima's or something, and it's been around for 103 years, and now they're trying to get shut of it. And apparently, this Aunt Jemima's brand, the woman that it's depicted on the front, became the first ever black millionairess. You know what I mean? And now, because it depicts a black woman, they're wanting to get shut of that as well.
That's stupid.
That is silly.
And that is like that brand.
That's silly.
It was saying is 103 years old. So
It's getting out of hand.
you know, it's like everything, you know, that depicts either black or white. They're wanting to change it.
Stupid.
So yeah, I mean, I did see that come up on a notification that I've got. Guess what? I bet you're going to make a cuppa. But yeah, you know, it's like, what next? You know, anything that depicts black or white, you know, it's getting ridiculous.
That's stupid, isn't it?
So you know, the fact that one's got a brown monkey on it, which is neither here nor there, it's well, that it says, "Watch out, Chris! You'll be banned from driving your black car in a bit." But yeah, it's you know, wanted to rename, you know, White Cliffs of Dover. You know, it just seems funny that there's all this talk that they're wanting them to oh, you share your birthday. Oh God, I feel sorry for you, Kate. She says, I share my birthday with Boris. Poor Kate. But you know, all this talk about wanting to rename White Cliffs of Dover, and then we're reading on the news that Vera Lynn's passed away at 103. You know what I mean? And it's. I mean, she was the force's sweetheart. She kept the soldiers going with the songs, and you know what I mean. And it just seems too much of a coincidence that there's all this talk about renaming White Cliffs of Dover, and then she passes away.
Coffee's here.
I'll let it cool down a bit.
Oh, Callum, bring us with thanks up. Oh, sorry, no,
So yeah, but yeah, you know what I mean. Is it me, or just, you know, she were 103, and all this talk about wanting to rename, you know, rename it White Cliffs of Dover. You know, same as I keep saying, it's our history. You know what I mean? It's our heritage, and the fact that her singing about the White Cliffs of Dover is the one thing that kept the soldiers going when they were at war. So, you know what I mean? Don't that count for nothing that, you know, a famous person sang about the White Cliffs of Dover, and now they're wanting to brush all that aside. You never know, do you, Kate? But you know what I mean? You never know. It just seems, you know, more than a coincidence to me that, you know, there's all this talk about wanting to change name of White Cliffs of Dover, you know, defacing Churchill's thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's enough to upset anybody. Yeah, I agree with you there, Kate. I agree with you there. They can't erase what she did for the troops, and, you know, she's going to be forever remembered for that particular song. Yeah, exactly, Bella. But, you know, I mean, same as we keep saying, Bella, it's not just Black Lives Matters, every life matters. And particularly like in the Premiership, now they've started the football again. They have a minute's silence, I think, for, you know, key workers that have been working through the coronavirus. Also, obviously there were some shirts in the stands with people that had lost their lives to it, but also because of this Black Lives Matters, every single match they get down on their knees. You know what I mean? They get down on their knees
For 10 seconds.
for 10 seconds. So, you know, it's while, you know, same as I say, while we know what's happened, they're making such a big hoo-ha about it. You know, and to me, every life matters, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're yellow, you know, whether you're straight, whether you're gay, you know, so long as you're all right with me, I'll be all right with you.
Exactly.
It's actually Kate's birthday today. She's actually the big 4-0. I thought I'd get that one in, Kate. But that's it, yeah. That's it. No. It says, do Wendy's lives matter? No.
No.
Yeah, Tony says, hello, Callum, you started dating yet? No, he keeps trying, Tony.
Well, I'm trying to.
But yeah, you know what I mean? I don't judge a person, and Bella and Kate knows this of me. I don't judge a person by the colour of their skin, whether they're straight, whether they're bi, you know, or whatever. I judge a person on are they, you know, how they treat me.
How they behave.
But yeah,
Come on.
you know what I mean? I don't judge anybody. You know, it's the old saying, treat people how you want to be treated. And that's what I do. You know, if people treat me nice, then I'll treat them nice. Adrian singing happy birthday to you, Kate. Yeah, definitely. I mean, they bought T-shirts out now. You know, this 2020 will be a year we'll never forget.
What?
Your dad tell Callum to snog his pillow at night, then when he kisses his girlfriend, he will be an expert. It's not quite the same as the real deal, if you know what I mean.
Either that or you back your hand, mate.
Don't listen to any dating advice from your dad, Callum.
No.
So, yes, Gordo, as I keep saying, it's a big birthday. Gordo's birthday was the big 5-0 not so long back. Well, Kate is the big 4-0.
Oh, no. Oh, yes.
Missed it.
So,
Well, they made a mess of it.
so yes, I keep reminding everybody it's Kate's big it's, you know, it's 40th today.
And I've had a crazy day. Well, embarrassing day.
Yeah, exactly, Tony. Yeah, I wanted to get that T-shirt. Yeah, 2020 is a year we're never going to forget. So, you know, slowly, well, I can't say getting back to normal, but slowly things is, I read on, I am 60. Well, I'm 58 in September, Laurie. So yes, I'm 58 in September. So I'll let you all know before. Yeah, that stopped a few weeks ago, Kate.
What's that?
What?
The clapping. They said they were only, what did they say? They were going to do it for 10 week or something like that.
Something like that.
And then once that 10 week were done, they were gonna. Oh, Tony's the big 5-0 in February.
I'm the big 1-8 in November.
Yes, it's Callum's special birthday this year. He's 18
And I'm
in November.
2-1 in November.
Yeah.
How many videos live?
Bella put I was 37 in May.
My video.
My video.
Yeah. No way. No. Yeah, I am. I'm 58 in September.
I'm gonna get.
And I'm
drunk-
Judge 20 in August.
I'm gonna get drunk and chat up birds in a pub.
He'll be the first one at Pickering's to be banned from a boozer. That's a barmaid.
So yes, I am 58 in September.
Ooh.
But I'm not responding to Bella's that she was 37. Although she looks 37, I can assure you she isn't.
Triple. I've never said that while she's not here.
Yeah.
Get battered.
Yeah, Tony says you young whippersnapper. Adrian, I'm Judge young whippersnapper.
I'm young whippersnapper.
Amjad and Callum's are just babies.
Yeah.
Shift up.
So yes, we're hoping that we can celebrate Callum's birthday in November.
Bring up ladies to
Yeah,
party.
they are babies. Oh yeah, there were a notification come up on my because I get like news notifications and whatever that is it Summerland's Caravan Park in Inglemells is hoping to reopen on the 4th of July. It's just a of Chris.
Sorry, Bella.
So yeah. So I don't know. And then it says basically once they've got the go ahead from the government to reopen, they open that Fantasy Island and everybody will follow suit and they'll reopen.
So it's slowly but surely they're gonna.
Yes, Lucy, exactly. That's what I thought.
Oh, it says Adrian says the next door neighbour had this £50 check off for Motability as well. He asked me to do it for him, but it took me ages to do mine. So, but yeah, the person that she's telling to pee off is basically my husband. They, you know, they've got one. Me and Bella are best friends, and we're always winding each other up. And Chris winds Bella's husband Baz up, and so hey, we've got Simon. So yeah,
Simon.
It's because we're best friends. We know we can wind each other up, and Chris is always winding her up. So yeah, I'm just 20 on 22nd of August, 23rd of August.
So, yeah.
I can't remember.
And
I know it's a Sunday. He is creeping now. He's put love you, Bella.
And I've had an embarrassing day, Simon.
Oh dear. Oh yeah, I knew it right at 22nd or 23rd. Amjad, I couldn't remember. Yeah, I've got a shocking memory. I'll be honest with you. I've got a shocking memory.
It's a great sat nav though.
Oh, Tony's creeping now.
Why?
He says he thought she were only about 56 because she
Mm.
says I was actually 65.
We've got a big
in May.
competition, Bazrina.
She says stop. He says stop. Bella says stop crawling, Pickering. Okay then, Laurie. Thank you for popping in, and I appreciate you. You know, and I hope you come back.
See you later, Laurie.
Yeah. Yeah, we're fine, Simon.
All good, mate.
So.
I've had an embarrassing day.
Yeah, all right.
So, yeah.
Embarrassing day.
Obviously the lads is watching the football, but obviously I've made them turn sound right down.
Didn't have no choices, right? I'm going live. hasn't done it. Signed off.
Ian's put shocking memory. Who you again? Honestly, Ian, I'm like Chris. I'd forget my own head if it were loose.
Hey, Ian, cracking photo, mate, that you showed me earlier. Nice panoramic photograph.
Yes, I've saw that on Facebook.
Very good.
So, hey, we've got Frugal Farmer in.
Hello.
But yeah, well, I not tell everyone, Ian, that you messaged me last night and says, "You're not going live tonight?" And I went, "Thursday's my night off." You know, I go live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday.
There's another one that's losing his marbles.
So, it says it looks crap on Facebook. I thought it looked all right. It looked.
Yeah, when you put your photographs on Facebook or your computer, it's not the same as what it is. You know, when you don't put it on Facebook or anything, when you just use it as it is on computer, and when you put it up on Facebook, it's not the same.
Does it does something to it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Loses that bit of quality.
Bella's put his RE in.
Hey, Ian, how many views has it got now, mate? I know it's got over 5,000.
A lot.
Yeah, he says the quality on Facebook gets taken away. I think Chris tends to agree with you there, Ian. Yeah. So yeah, Chris wants to know how many views your
Bridge.
Yeah, the bridge footage has got now. Nearly 6K, he says, I think.
Bet that'll reach 10K next week.
So
I think one of my City Hall one. I think
Tony's creeping in. He says never Katie's 40, Jeanette. Thought she was 34. Baz has put you chatting my missus up again, Pickering. Well, he insulted a Baz and then he was creeping.
Yeah, I've got a creeper.
So always it's going to be a paper this week.
Oh, nice.
What's
one.
it, paper?
Ian's video.
Yeah, he got interviewed because he did the footage of the work on the bridge from his drone. So basically, they interviewed him about it.
Oh.
So
football.
But yeah, it's you know, it's in the paper and video going in their social media. Ooh,
that is going to get a shed load of views.
Well, I more or less said that to him. When I was talking to him on Messenger the other day. I says,
"Are they paying you here? Are we getting a win house, lad?"
once it gets published, it's gonna go
viral.
Yeah. You know, well, not viral, but you know what I mean.
No, it'll go viral a little bit once it's been on telly.
So, so yeah. But I mean, same as I said, the publicity is good for your channel and also that video.
No.
It should go out a little bit more than. Hey, wake is
Wake,
wake,
rise and shine.
Should what?
It should go out a little bit more than normal, or I don't know.
He should go out a little bit more than normal. So there's something.
So yeah, you know what I mean. It's. But the thing is, when a paper such as that paper picks up on that footage, you know what I mean? It's word of mouth. You know what I mean? And you know, they've only got to feature your footage in that paper, and then you know somebody read it and think, "Oh, I'll go and have a look at that." My apple and pear cider has finished brewing and clearing, just needs bottling. Ooh.
That'll be good. I'll get it drunk next week then.
I bet he's already sampled it.
I bet he has.
Yeah, Tony says, Callum, you're 17 now. You have plenty of time. I know that's what we keep telling him,
Plenty
Tony.
of fish in the sea.
Ian's put makes a change being in the paper for good instead of the front page. What, in handcuffs?
Drunk call man arrested for.
Oh dear.
And what was this one?
Okay. She's 40, obviously. Honestly, Tony. He says it needs a few weeks in the balls before it's ready to drink. Well, when has that ever stopped you?
It'll be 1 week. 1 week. First week he'll have a bottle. No, it's not ready yet. Second week he'll have a bottle. You're still not quite ready. Third week, yeah, that's just right.
Well, last time I ate the paper was digging someone in work. I'm assuming he means when he were DJing.
Yeah. Will you be going back to DJing once everything's back to normal, Mr. Ian?
Yes,
Why are we
it
doing
is
that
Kate's
now?
birthday today, and she's the big 4-0. So yes, it is Kate's birthday today. So so there you go, Kate. Mr. Wakey says happy birthday, Kate. So but this is the thing. She's got 2 birthday cakes. I've been bought her.
See, Gwyneth.
Aisie bought her one, and then her mum bought her one. So she told her mum to take the one back to her house that she bought,
Yeah.
and Kate and everybody's going over on Sunday.
Oh, so that means we've got to go down to Wales and eat her cake.
It says Chris does a bear crap in the woods.
Yeah. I'll take that as a yes then.
Tony says, you're not 58, Jeanette. I told you this before. You look much younger, my friend. I am 58 in September, unfortunately, Tony.
It's just me that looks 108.
So, well, the thing is, Kate, have Kate will eat it. So, make the most of it. Just, it's your birthday. It's your special birthday. So, why not?
That's what I was saying.
Oh, that Igloo's on. Igloo.
Yeah.
Igalo.
Igloo.
So it's a load of cake to eat. But I'm sure with Harry and Jack and Easy, they'll make like work of it.
Biscuit for a biscuit.
But yeah, same as I say, I'm making the ginger nuts faster than they eating them as faster, than I can make them.
Getting your words out.
Hey, Wakey says I have a ginger cake in the fridge.
Oh. What? What's it doing in the fridge? Something in your tummy?
He says, are you learning to drive soon, Callum? He's a bit undecided at the moment. He said to us yesterday, because when Callum were born, they were doing what was that thing called? Where they put money in a bank account for you, trust fund.
Trust fund.
Yeah. Carrot cake with that thick icing would be nice. Oh.
So how do we?
But yeah, so when Callum were born, they were doing this trust fund thing, and I put about £750 in.
My dad supposedly put some.
And then when he got to 7, they put, I think, another £350 in. So he can't draw on it till he's 18. So by rights, in November, he should be able to a trust fund.
And I
But after so many years, they stopped it, Wakey. But it were just lucky that Callum got, I think it were about £750, and then when he was 7, they gave him another lump sum, and yeah, But you see, same as I say, I think they can get it when they're 18. So we said to Callum, well, invest some on it in a car. Yeah, same as I say, I think Callum got some when he were born and then he got some more when he was 7.
But I want to do phone or
Whatever you want with me.
But, you know, I mean, his granddad said he'd pay for driving lessons for him. But, you know, same as we've said, you're not guaranteed at getting a job around in and around Sheffield. So you're more, you know, I would say get a decentish car. And then once you've got a car or once you've passed your test, then it don't matter where you get a job, you can travel. So, you know, same as I say, I mean, same as we're not pressuring him. We're not pressuring him to do, but, you know, it is not all that fussed at the moment about driving. But same as I says, once this trust money comes through, you might change your mind. You might decide to buy a car with it and then, right, I'm going to take my test. But you know what I mean?
Tesla bought X, 3X. You're going to buy a Tesla?
Yeah.
The only about cheapest one was about 40
That's
grand.
the first thing I'm doing for Jack, get his provisional and get it sorted. But yeah, so you can get a provisional license at 17. You can learn to drive at 17. You know what I mean? But you know, I mean that's what we talked about with Callum when he turned 17. But he's not forced. You know what I mean?
No.
He says he don't know yet.
But no pressure, Callum, but you've got to be a multimillionaire by 19. And I keep saying that as well, Kate. I mean, I'm 58 next. And I keep saying, oh, I wish to learn to drive. I wish to learn to drive. And Chris keeps saying, well, what's stopping you? What's stopping you? And I keep saying, I'm too old to learn to drive. I've got less patience. You know what I mean?
Mind you, she's out like she is when she's sitting in passenger seat. She never pull out of a junction. 200 yards up road, there's a car coming. What's that car? What's that car? What's little dot on the horizon? You know.
But you see, the thing is, when we had that accident, when I were expecting Callum, that was the first accident I'd ever been in,
Me know.
and it made me nervous.
Stupid woman pulling out in front of me.
Yeah, but you see,
I had the indicator on. No,
yeah. When I think I were about 36 weeks pregnant, and you know, we were driving down this road. This woman reckons she'd got her indicators on, but she hadn't. She just pulled straight out in front of him. Chris swerved to miss her, and we went into a wall. And I ended up being rushed to hospital and kept saying, well, I put my indicator. And we kept saying, no, you didn't have your indicators on at all. But it was like our word against hers.
Yeah, but she said her mother were driving, but it weren't it with her daughter that were driving, weren't it? So obviously,
there was something a bit dodgy about it. She reckons her mother were driving, but Chris says, no, she weren't. She were driving. So whether there was some, you know, she weren't sure to drive it or what, we don't know.
Oh, she appalling, but I don't want to.
And then she had the nerve to come running over, and she says, are you all right? And I went, no. I says, I'm 36, 37, nearly 37 weeks pregnant. I says, we've just gone through a brick wall. I says, do I look like I'm all right? You know, how about chopped her head off? I did. And then I'm sort of there in agony because I'd got seatbelt on, and obviously because I'd jolted forward, I were in agony. So she went, are you all right, or do you need an ambulance? I said, just phone one, will you? I didn't mince my words. So anyway, she phoned for an ambulance, and you know, I were in A&E, and because I was sort of getting because I was sort of getting pains, they yeah, because I was getting these pains, they turned round to me in A&E, and she says, "We don't want any babies born here." She says, "I'll get an ambulance to take you over to maternity unit." So yeah, so they got an ambulance.
Nearly born early, lad.
And they got an ambulance over to A&E, and I says to Chris, I says, "I could walk. It weren't all that far." And she goes, "Oh, we don't want to take any, we don't want to take any risks." She says, I've got to insist that you go in an ambulance. You know what I mean?" I says, "Well, I can walk. In fact, I could spit that far. That's how far maternity unit we're away from." Tony's put £45 an hour for driving lessons, and Wakey's put, "How much?" Dick Turpin did it with a mask on, lol.
Will she? It's been a slip.
But yeah,
Sleeping.
but
It's slipping.
all's well that ended well. I were out at hospital next morning. They kept me in overnight just to keep an eye on me. But I think it was just the shock of, accident and everything. And basically, they sort of monitored me overnight and I were fine. And then he decided to come late.
What happened to the woman?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't get.
They went against us, so
she didn't get jail time, or.
No.
But yeah.
I wonder what
Wakey says it rate £1.50 an hour when I did it. I can't believe though that they tried to charge £45 an hour. That's ridiculous, that is. Who can afford to take the driving lessons, let alone pass the test?
I thought they'd be about £100 or something.
No, I said it that way though.
But yeah.
I suppose I'd better
start saving.
No, start doing driving lessons now.
So yeah. But it's, I mean, when I keep saying to Chris, "Oh, I'm too old to start driving now," he'll keep thinking, "Oh, you're never too old. Get this one." Okay, then. What?
Keeping you, boy.
Ooh, look at that. Nice one, Ian. I've just seen your photo, mate.
Oh.
5,393. 3 dislikes and 70 likes. Oh, that one. Oh, cool.
It says, "Imagine being in Sheffield and getting kicked out of them all." I've already told them, Ian, getting asked to leave. It says, "The woman who wrote my car off tried to say that I was speeding, changed the tune pretty quick when she found out it was on video." But yeah, same as I say, there were only me and Chris in car. There were only her and the mum in the car. So it were basically our word against theirs.
I wish I had it on video now.
But same as I was saying, Ian, it's filmed there before and nobody's ever.
Difference this time where last time I rolled me on, I only had my Osborne pocket then when I had it, and that's all I had. You could hardly see it because I got it round.
Because you've got cameras round you.
Clothing on, but because I've got Callum with me, cameras on. I had my 400D and long lens on.
What's up?
He had his camera around his neck, and he's going like that, and I'm going like that.
What's happened?
I don't know.
She tried to get through the junction by taking a shortcut through the middle of my car. Yeah, it is. I agree with you there, Ian. It's because Chris is dodgy looking.
Another penalty?
Probably thought he were Paps.
No, can't be.
So yeah.
No, that's not a penalty. No way is that a penalty. He never touched him.
Yeah, look, VAR's working for them.
He's never touched him.
Never touched him.
Mr. Mile. If that gives a penalty, the cheats. That's all I can say.
I bet I guarantee he's going to give it.
How long did he want to look at
I'm going to
it?
say.
You can see. What?
Penalty!
No penalty. What's he doing? No penalty. Thank you.
Thank God.
Well, how long did they want to bloody look at it?
Oh, okay then, Ian. Thanks for popping in anyway.
See you, Mr. DJ.
Thank God.
But I've been like that, Adrian. It's. I think the weather keeps changing.
I know it's like in morning, it's sunny, it's nice and sunny, and then it comes to about 5-6 p.m. or something, and then it starts absolutely.
A lot of mine's my sinuses though. I get congested. My sinuses get congested.
Oh.
But
Draw.
so yeah, so
5 minutes.
but you see, another thing as well, Adrian, is you can always tell when I've got an headache because I get like a red mark come here, and that's like when I get like a sinus headache. You know what I mean? So it's not too bad here, Wakey. When I first went live at 9 o'clock, I had to ask Chris to shut curtains for me because sun was shining right through trees and it was shining right on my face. So yeah, same as I say, you see, the thing is, with me having the CPAP machine, if I get a cold, I've virtually choke on my snot. I know it's a bit crude and whatever, but Chris will tell you, my nose is all bunged up, and with my CPAP machine, it blows air down your nose and down into your throat. Well, obviously, if your nose is blocked up, it dislodges the mucus, I'll call it, down into my throat, and then I wake up and I'm coughing and. So yeah, so I have to make sure that I'm always clearing my sinuses, etc., or blowing my nose.
You want to get one of them big
God.
snort tubes that I call them.
Yeah, Chris has been using one of these. They're like a tube, nasal inhaler type of thing, and
you get ion mint.
Chris says it's enough to blow your head off.
Oh, it's great stuff.
Because he was. I use a sniffer tube. Yeah, that's what he's called. He calls them sniffer tubes.
Who does?
Adrian.
Yeah, snort tubes, mate. Snort tubes.
Because the doctor actually gave him some like a liquid one.
Like a spray.
Yeah, the one that the doctor gave Chris were actually like a spray. Oh, bless you. Talking about thingamabob. So yeah, so the doctor initially gave him this thing, but he didn't like it. It were the sensation of a liquid shooting up his nose. So I actually bought him one of the Vicks ones, and he says it's better because you're not actually getting like a liquid shooting up your nose. Hi, Vanessa, how are you?
Hello, Miss Kitty.
But yeah, Chris says that Vicks is absolutely the bee's knees.
Oh, it is. Because
it's like a menthol and it's actually clearing all your nasal passages. But yeah, he says it's keen stuff. He says, but it doesn't half clear your nasal passages. So yeah. So rather than sort of go back to doctors and ask for that spray that she gave him, He says, I may as well just
Oh.
buy one of these like nasal things and use it myself. He says, because
Anytime now, mate.
he says he thinks he gets a better effect by using one of them nasal things. But you see, same as I say, Simon, the doctor initially gave him one and it were a liquid. So, of course, when you it like shoots the liquid up your nose, and he just didn't like the sensation. But with these Vicks nasal stick things, it's a lot more. It's a lot more easier, and you know, same as Chris says, I don't mind because they're only about £1.50, something like that. I'm sure it's not much money, but same as Chris said, I'd sooner have one of the Vicks ones than the one that the doctor gave me.
Oh, can I just
Adrian,
say?
Adrian says he can't believe it's Friday. I know.
It is Friday. Simon, I don't know if you've got it, but if you haven't, you need to get the Sunny Life. What's it called? Phone holder for your Phoebe Palm. Basically, you can clip your phone to your Phoebe Palm, but bigger screen. There you go. Sorry.
Oh, make sure you keep the nasal cleaner thingy very clean and use the proper solution. We had a lady use one, but she got infected by the brain-eating amoeba.
Ooh, yeah. 1-1.
Wakey's, but do you know the difference between nasal passage and anal passage?
I wondered why my bum was all clear.
But yeah, same as I say, Chris actually swears by this Vicks nasal. I don't know what it is. A nasal. It's not a spray.
I'm gonna.
Sorry, those I need to go to.
So I can turn this off now, then, can I?
Yeah. I'm watching that.
But yeah, same as I say, you see, initially the doctor gave him this spray stuff because funny you should say that, Wakey, but we got that Vicks one when we actually went shopping. Now we're having some shopping delivered tomorrow, but they hadn't got the Vicks one in, so I've ordered him 2 of the Albasoil ones.
So we'll see how those pan out. Sorry, those are going to put it down in my dog.
So yeah, so same as I said, Vicks and the Albasoil are pretty much the same. The doctor initially gave him this spray because he went to the doctor's initially with his shoulder, and then he got on about. He says, when I go to bed at night, he says, as soon as I lie down to go to sleep, he says, my nose starts whistling. So she says it sounds like your sinuses is blocked up or whatever. So she gave him obviously the nasal liquid. But same as I say, Chris couldn't get on with it because it were a horrible sensation, a liquid shooting up his nose, and then it were dripping down his throat. So he just didn't like the sensation of it. Whereas these stick things, you know, it's more, you know, it's more, it's easier for him. And in particular too. No, but it were keeping me awake. I'll tell you that much, Wakey.
Me awake at all.
So, but yeah, that's the initial reason why she gave him this squirty uppy liquid to start with. Hi, Laura Lee, how are you? But yeah, that's initially why she gave him this, because his nose would whistle. Yeah, the Vicks is more of a vapor than a liquid. But yeah, he thinks it's the bee's knees cake because, you know, he says it clears passageways, you know what I mean? So yeah. A theme from MASH, maybe. But same as I was saying the other night, the only time he snores is when he's on his back. So yeah, so you know, I've got to contend with his nose whistling in snoring. So, but it's not been. I'm just my internet nephew, lol. But yeah, same as I say, it's sort of you know, if he sleeps on his side, it's fine. Because it's I mean, I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna make you laugh now. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, it was in snoring mode the other night, and same as I said other night, I don't like elbowing him, so it got his knee up in air, so I just squeezed his knee, you know, more or less to, you know, not wake him up, but sort of make him turn over or something. So anyway, we get up next morning, and he says to me, he says, "Did you squeeze my knee at night?" I went, "Yeah." He says, "I thought you were after some funny business." He said, I says, "No." I says, "I was trying to stop you from snoring, dear."
Well, we were both awake at that time, so why not?
He says, "Yeah, seen some of the phone holder designs, Chris. I've got me selfie stick, which I can attach to an old lightning pole." Oh, but yeah, you know, he thought that I was feeling fruity. And I says, "No," I says, "it couldn't have been further from the truth." I says, "I was squeezing," I says, "because you got your knee in air. I says, "and rather than sort of elbow you in your ribs or, you know, kick you, I thought I'll..." Oh, bless him.
What?
She says, "My big boy is making me a cuppa, Jack." So yeah, so rather
Jack, I want one.
tell Jack that Chris wants one as well. But anyway, you know, he thought he says, "Did you touch my knee at night?" And I went, "Yeah." So he says, "Were you getting a bit fruit?" I says, "No." I says, "I was trying to stop you from snoring." Oh, that reminds me, I have a jar of new coffee. So yes, so his hopes was dashed, let's just say.
I thought my birthday's come.
Adrian says it was me, Chris touched your knee. So yes, he thought I were getting a bit fruity, but you know, it couldn't have been further from the truth. I was just trying to stop him from blooming snoring. So same as I says to him, I says, "That's wishful thinking for you." I says, "No, it ain't your birthday or Christmas yet." So yeah, so we had a bit of a laugh about that. I went, "Yeah, it's not your birthday or Christmas yet."
Boo.
But yeah, same as I say, it's been a funny old day today. Same as it's been warm, but there's been a lot of breeze. So you know, it stopped fine for them to go out filming, taking photographs, whatever, getting chucked out at market. So it basically, I thought, well, while they at, I'll make some biscuits. So, but Kate's getting spoilt now because Jack's making her a cuppa. No. Good photos, Chris. You got chucked out. Yes. Well, we've got a market called Moore Market, and it's like an indoor market where there's market stalls and everything. Now, he has filmed there before, Johnny, and nobody batted an eyelid. Now, he were on his own last time, but he says today Callum was with him. They both got
cameras around.
Yeah, they both got cameras around their neck. And this security guard come up to him and he says, "Sorry, you can't film in here." And he politely asked him to leave. So, you know, not wanting to kick up a fuss or anything. Chris,
I'd already got this stuff anyway,
yeah, Chris had already done the footage that he'd wanted to do. So basically, rather than kick a fuss up, he just turned round and left. So, yeah, so he got asked to leave out the market.
Unfortunately, I did film it. I just turned my camera off as he.
Yeah, Chris. I says to him, I says, "Well, did you get the footage of him asking you to leave?" And he says, "No." He says, "I just turned camera off when he come up to us and asked us to leave." Well, actually, he said he seen him coming towards him, so he turned it off anyway. Kate says, "I have been spoilt. I'm very lucky." So yeah, so Kate's going to be planting strawberries, cucumbers. What else did you say, Kate? I forgot. She's had a little gardening set, but mint. That's the one. So yeah, she'll be having mint on a new potatoes. We'll all be going round for afternoon tea with strawberries. Yeah, I think the security guard is talking out. But same as I says, Wakey, it's been filmed there a time or two and never been asked to leave. It's probably one of these jobs worth.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Same as Chris says, I always thought that you're allowed to film in public places. And he says it's a public place in my estimation. So why did we get asked to leave? You know, it's a public place. You know, Joe Public, go in. It's an indoor market. So it's a public place. So yeah, so that's sort of Chris's sort of bugbear about it. It says, you know, when last time I looked, it says it were a public place. It says you're allowed to film.
If I'm outside in a public area, somebody says you might not film it, you know what I'll say?
Sod off.
No, I'll say no, I don't mind. I'm allowed.
What's up? Oh, you forgot to bring your phone and everything down.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Put that over there. Oh, yeah. She got some Yankee candles and some smellies. And 2 cakes and balloons. Yeah, Wakey says unless there are signs specifically prohibiting it, then it's a public. It is the public. Yeah,
no filming.
Yeah, Chris says there weren't no signs saying it's prohibited to film. So yeah, and that's what Chris's argument was. He says, well, last time I looked, he says it was a public place. He says, and I'm allowed to film or take photographs in a public place. But same as Chris says, he didn't want to kick a fuss up or a stink up, and he said he'd done filming anyway, so he just left. So he didn't want to cause a stink or anything. So Adrian's having trouble with his nose now.
Uh-oh.
But you see, this is the thing, Kate. Same as Chris says. My understanding was that you're allowed to film in a public place. Hiya, George. How are you?
Hello, George. You passed your bedtime, boy.
It says go to a local council meeting and bring the subject up. But it's not worth it, Wakey, at the end of the day. Yeah. Same as he said he'd filmed what he'd got to film anyway.
Anyway.
So he says they were just about to go anyway.
Plus our film so as well, so they get me involved.
But you know, it was just the fact that he were being like a job's worth and saying, "Oh, sorry, you can't film in here." Tingley, it's just a few miles from here. But
Sold his head on the Sheffield Market Ball armed with his cameras.
yeah, is my glass there? Callum, can you make me a drink of juice while you're there? Even though I've still got some coffee. But anyway, same as I say, it's he didn't want to kick a stink up, so he left anyway. So it's like it's like a big indoor market, Kate. They've got market stalls, but it's like a big market.
If you see video, you'll see what it's like inside, Kate. It's all full of beach balls and everything.
But it isn't actually a building. Well, it is, but it's the market.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It says need to clarify it for future, or any Tom, Dick, or what's it will start telling you we can't film. And Kate says, yeah, that's fine. But you see, same as I say, they've got all sorts, you know, like mobile phone stalls. They've got butchers,
fruit and veg.
yeah, fruit and veg, everything. But you know, same as Chris had already said, you know, I'd finished filming. We were just about to leave anyway. But I think he thought he were being, you know, a big job's worth and saying, oh, I'm sorry, I've got to ask you to leave. You're not allowed to film in here. You know what I mean? So same as Chris says, he weren't bothered anyway because he'd done. Do they have a beetroot stall?
Probably do, mate.
Funny you should say that, Adrian, because Chris Roney saying to me this morning, he says, I need my hair cutting. And Callum's just growing back fast and furious. To say it Roney like a couple of weeks ago, I cut Callum's. You see, Callum's hair is a lot darker than what Chris's is. And it comes back a lot thicker, Callum's does.
Yeah, because he's got more on it.
So, yeah, I mean, if Chris is more than about half an inch long, he needs a haircut. He says, I'm just punch me in the nose. But you see, difference between Chris and Callum. Chris's hair is very fine and very, you know, a bit short on the ground, if you know what I mean, because he's going a bit bald. But Callum's hair, it grows back ever so thick, and if you let it get too long, you know, you when you try to put you know, when you try to put hair clippers through it, it starts making these funny noises because it's way thick. So I like to do it.
I say, Dad.
Gordo says stop using wash and go. You
Tomorrow,
might have some hair left.
We're going early. You'll have to edit my pictures when you
But yeah,
I'll do that when I get back.
you know, Chris thinks if
but Dad,
Can I just do as you're told?
when Chris hair starts going about half an inch or even longer, he's ready for an haircut, he says. So but the difference is when I cut Chris's hair, the amount I take off I can hold in one hand. Now when I cut Callum's, I could make a wig out of all that I cut off of Callum's. Washed and go, washed and went. But
the camera.
You know, it's that's the difference. I can hold in palm of my hand how much I cut off of Chris's. The difference between Chris and Callum's hair is Callum's got some. That's fella.
I already said that.
But yeah, and then Chris will say, "Yeah, and he's cutting. It's going in my eyes." I'm going to say that's you'll have a job because his forehead's right up here. He's got like a receding hair.
I'm going to have to borrow some of Bella's rollers.
And it's not grey, Gordo said. Chris has only got a few grey hairs, put it that way. He's not like grey altogether. But, you know, every time I cut it, I can see a few more grey hairs, let's just say. But it's mostly in his neck where he gets the grey hairs and its side here. But yeah. I'll see it morning then. Well, I know if you're going out with your dad.
See you in afternoon.
Yeah, see it morning.
Good night, everybody. From
I bought another colour, Kate. You know, exactly the same one as this one. And I've had it for ages. I've had it about a month, and I just haven't got round to doing it. Wakey says night, Callum. Adrian says
You say night, chat.
yeah.
good night, chat.
Everybody says good night, Callum.
Good night.
But Gordo says I have to play Spot the Darkie.
Oh, they're in that way.
Yeah, I'm going to say, if you look closely, Kate, you know, normal spots here in at side of they're turning a bit grey. There's odd spots. Yeah, right. Waker says I think you should try green. No, I've already got my colour. I've had it about a month now. I bought exactly the same colour as this one. Johnny says he's gonna say to Keena, Callum goes to bed before you.
What?
Okay then, Adrian, thank you for coming in. Yeah, Johnny says he's gonna say to Keena, Callum goes to bed before you. I bet any money Keena's still up. So yeah, but you see, the thing is, Johnny, the thing is, I might have a go at coconut macaroons or macarons or whatever you call it. So I haven't 100% decided yet, but I think I might have a crack at the coconut macaroons or I don't know. I don't know.
What? Coconut what?
Yeah, anyway, they're like a biscuit. So,
I think Lucy's
so yeah, I mean, the thing is with Callum, if you don't get a good night's sleep, he's a grumpy arse all day.
Get off to bed.
And Chris is getting him up early in the morning. Because they're going out, you know, photography, you know, filming, whatever. So it's told Callum, you know, make sure you go straight to sleep, no messing about, which he is doing. So Chris is going to get him up in the morning. They're going to, you know, he says, I want to be up for 7, out for 8 o'clock. And, you know, so, but if we don't get like a full 8-9 hours sleep she's going back to school days a week. I'm going nuts. She's so lonely and fed up, a bit worried, but she needs to. That's it. You know what I mean? It's she's going back to school 2 days a week. But the thing is, you know, it's all right of being at home, Johnny, but she's not getting that social interaction that she used to get before when she went to school. You know what I mean? I mean, Callum into all that fuss, and I've already had phone calls saying that they, you know, I've had phone calls saying that basically Callum's course is finished now anyway till September. Bella says they say the weather is going to be good tomorrow, guys, so you should have a good day, Chris. Oh. they're going out. Callum wanted to go to Lady Bower Dam, but Chris says they're going somewhere similar, but they've got to go early because there's a lot of people go there, if you know what I mean, and there's not, you know, they're going to be struggling for places to park if they don't go early. 9 till 1 Thursday and Friday. Well, at least it's a start, Johnny. You know what I mean? And at least it's 9 till 1. It's 9, 10, 11. It's only 4 hours, so it cuts the risk of, you know, if she's only going 2 days a week for 4 hours. So basically, rather than sort of being at school for 8 hours a day, she's only doing like 8 hours. Okay then, Bella. I'll speak to you soon. Have a good night, if that's possible. I'm going to service the car with Keena tomorrow. Lol, be funny. Oh dear. But yeah, it'll do a good to get back into some sort of, well, not routine, but you know, a bit of normality, you know. And sort of, you know, she must be dying to see her friends and whatever. So you know, it's a start, let's just say. At least it's sort of not every day and 8 hours a day. At least it's sort of okie dokie then, Wakey. Have to make a quart of coffee. It's no wonder he's up half at night. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's spark plugs a lot. So if it don't start afterwards, Johnny, you'll know why. Just give the easy jobs to do. Uh-oh. It's last tissue. Well, this is it, Kate. I mean, it's different in your case because you don't know what Jack's bringing back from school. But just changing subject slightly, you know, the Manchester United football player Marcus Rashford, he has gone to well, Boris Johnson or somebody or other. Gordo says, I see Katie Hopkins has been banned permanently from Twitter. Well, she's got too big a mouth, she has. Marcus Rashford has now what I'm trying to think what how I can put it. Well, you know, like
explain how I did it.
Eh?
Not me to explain what I did.
No. Basically, it came from a very poor background, Marcus Rashford did. Now, as you know, some of us has been getting paid, because Callum were getting free school meals, the college have been paying me what they would be paying. So, yeah, Johnny knows what I'm talking about because he's put good lad, I get vouchers now. Basically, what they're saying is, well, why should it stop when the school holidays come? Because you've still got to feed your kids and whatever. And like him, he came from a disadvantaged background. So now he's changed the law or changed the rules. People that are entitled to free school meals now get vouchers for all the summer holidays. And they said, you know, they're not going to give you the cash, but they're going to give you vouchers to spend at a certain supermarket. Hiya, Carla, how are you?
Oh, Carla.
But you see, this is different, Kay. That is because your kids are entitled to free school meals. That Callum's College has been paying it straight into my bank account. Now, this is different because if you're entitled to free school meals, they're more or less saying, well, why should it stop when the kids are off 6 weeks holidays? Because you think a lot of people from disadvantaged backgrounds are going without eating because in order to feed the kids over the 6 weeks holiday. So basically what they're saying is all kids that are entitled to free school meals will now get supermarket vouchers for you to spend in a particular supermarket, which I think it's a good idea, because whether it's during lockdown or whether it's during summer holidays, you've still got to feed your kids. So you know what I mean? There ain't no difference. And basically he brought it to the Prime Minister's attention that, you know, like myself, my mum or my dad had to go without eating so we'd get fed over the 6 weeks holidays or the summer holidays. So he's done a good thing, you know, he's like been an ambassador for people from disadvantaged backgrounds. So in order to get people that are entitled to free school meals these vouchers, so you know they can feed themselves as well as the kids. So yeah, you know, he's done a good job, you know, and I think it's because of his position he's been able to go to Prime Minister and say, well, look, I ain't always been rich. When I were growing up, my mum and dad were poor and they often used to go without eating just so me or my family could eat. So same as I said to Chris, you know, I'm all for it, you know. Yeah, you probably have to spend them at a certain supermarket, but same as I said to Chris, it's better than, as we say, a poking eye with, you know, a dirty stick. I was going to say shitty stick then, but hey ho. But anyway, you know what I mean? It's I mean, we haven't actually had any vouchers or anything yet, but I don't know whether sort of, you know, I suppose you'd be able to, you know, if you're doing online shopping, put a voucher number in and you get so much off your shop, or, you know, if you're actually physically going out to shop, you just hand them over it till when they're totting all your groceries up or not. I don't know. But yeah, you know, it's I mean, when all's said and done, this should have been done a long time ago, because there is poor families out there that are still having to go without in order to feed the kids. So, you know, it's a win-win situation. Yeah, he says, I use my voucher at Aldi. But you see, this is the thing. I mean, you know, when you go out shopping, you've still got to provide Keena with breakfast, dinner and tea, whether they're at school or whether they're not at school. And when they're at school, you know, when they're at school, the local council provide them with free school meals. So why should that stop when they break up for 6 weeks holiday? Yeah, I mean, they always say, Amjad, when when you do add, like when I cream me butter and me sugars and everything, and sometimes I have heard, I mean, it's never happened to me, but sometimes it does curdle. They just say chuck a bit of flour in it and it should bring it back together. So, I mean, it's a case of, like, let's say when you're making cakes or you're making cookies and the recipe asks for everything to be at room temperature, there's a reason behind that. It's because if it's too cold, that sometimes makes it curdle. And if it's too hot, that makes it curdle. So basically, there's certain recipes that say use it straight out at fridge cold or use it at room temperature. I mean, it's like the cookies that I made today. I made some of the white chocolate cookies. The eggs has got to be took out the fridge. I always get the eggs out before I start because it says they've got to be at room temperature. I mean, you imagine it coming out of a cold fridge and putting it straight in, you know what I mean? If the recipe calls for it, it's got to be at room temperature. So, but it don't always curdle, but they do say that if it looks like it's curdling, then yeah, chuck a bit of flour in. Not all the flour, just a spoonful or something. Never keep my eggs in the fridge. Oh, I do. So yeah, well, I do now. I've got a new one. But yeah, it's if some, as I say, the recipe don't always state whether it's got the room temperature, but yeah, but some, as I say, it's sort of like in this case, some recipes say, your butter and your milk or your eggs have got to be kept at room temperature. So I'm a bit annoyed today earlier at my brother. Sad news, he took my Beats Tour 3 headphones. They were my dream Bluetooth earphones, but he needed them for talking to his mates in the night. Well, I'd say to him, well, get your own. They mine.
Well, that's what I do.
Yeah, bugger off you.
What do you think you are? They give you headphones. Buy your own.
Mine was lovely tonight. Kate marinated for 36 hours. Ooh. But yeah, I mean, it's some recipes tell you and some don't. So if it don't tell you, I always take them out anyway. And keep them at room temperature. But more often than not, on recipes it says, let's say 85 grams of butter. It'll either say melted or butter at room temperature. But even if it don't say on the recipe, I always take them out at fridge. Like, first things first, I put oven on. So the oven has got up to temperature by the time I've done weighing out and, this, that and other. And I always take the eggs, if I'm using milk, take that out as well first. So it's had time to stand and be left at room temperature. It's to stop being a pussy, kick his ass. Cricket should do it, just one knee. But yeah, I mean, it's if it, I know your brother's older than you, but there's no reason for him to boss you about saying, right, I'm having your headphones. But yeah, and it's mine and Mr. P's wedding anniversary on Sunday.
Hey.
I'm trying to persuade Mr. P to go live. So, I mean, probably not Sunday, but what do you fancy going live tomorrow evening on your channel?
Yeah, but we're drinking alcohol.
Well, that don't make no.
Possibly.
We're having it says we're having a drink. So yes, so watch out for tomorrow evening, because we may be doing a live stream together for his anniversary, even though it's like not till Sunday. But I know Hazy goes live Sunday night, so that's why I suggested tomorrow. You know, the both of us on Chris's channel.
Certainly will be on Sunday because Footy's on.
That's why I suggested it tomorrow night as well. So yes, there will be alcohol involved. Mr. P will be drinking alcohol, not me.
Just for a change.
Yeah, just for a change. So yes, so
Yeah, so you may see a slightly tipsy Mr. Pixie.
so yes, I hope you all can join us tomorrow evening. But it says my brother's AirPods broke, so he wanted my Beats, which I don't mind because I'm poshy posh, and I bought Beats with pop up on iPhone. Yeah, he won't take mine. No, no, no. But yeah, so I thought, well, I'll just mention it. What time will you be going live? Have you any idea? 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9?
Yeah, 9 o'clock, give me a chance to drink a couple of pints.
So yeah, so you heard it straight from the horse's mouth. He's on about going live about 9 o'clock. See, I told you.
What?
Gordo says, I've had a sneaky glass of that cider just to taste test. Very flat, not carbonised at the moment, and it's the few weeks in the bottle. Not bad. See, I told you he won't be able to resist it.
Next week he'll be, yeah, it's not too bad. Third week he'll say just right. I'm telling you.
See, I said earlier on, I said he wouldn't be able to resist it, and he'll have to have he'd probably have to have a sneaky swig of it. He says a glass. No, well, you still tried it. I said you won't be able to resist it. So yes. So I hope you'll all be able to join us tomorrow evening, round about 9 o'clock ish,
On my show.
On Chris's channel for his a special wedding anniversary edition. And Chris says it wouldn't have been Sunday anyway because football's on. So you know, so that sort of sorts that out. It's not till Sunday, Carla, but his beloved football's on Sunday evening.
Not even wedding anniversary is getting
So yes, we've been married 17 years on Sunday.
He's had to put up with Pixie for 17 years.
Yeah, he says I've got to try it to see if it needs any sweetening. Well, that's my excuse. Yeah, right. When's that? When's what? His anniversary. It's Sunday.
They said about 5 times.
It's the 21st of June, and it's the longest day, and we happen to get married on the longest day, and it's 17 years. So the thing is, I looked it up, right? And when you're celebrating your 17th wedding anniversary, it's furniture. So Chris has got to buy me some furniture. So, you know, I mean, it's usually either, you know.
Cushion.
Yeah, you've got to buy me that cooker on Monday. Never mind, you can cheer him up Sunday night, Jeanette. Hello. I think he's on about because football's on Sunday. But, you know, I've got to endure the football Sunday. Is it Sunday evening?
Afternoon.
Oh, it's afternoon, is it?
That's either going to be an early dinner or a late dinner.
Becky's here. Hiya, Becky.
How do, Becky?
She says happy anniversary. It's not till Sunday, but I just thought pineapple and coconut rum. Basically Malibu infused with I bet that tastes nice. I'll have to test that one for you, Gordo.
Malibu, can't you put vodka in it?
He's doing vodka, isn't he?
Oh, that's all right then.
So yes, it's actually his wedding anniversary on Sunday. But what I was just saying is we're going to do a special anniversary live stream, and it is special because it's on Pixie's channel tomorrow evening, our time at 9 o'clock. So make him go watch it in the bedroom. Well, I could have done that tonight, Wakey.
No.
But I said
She knows. Whatever United's on, she's got no ifs or buts. Was on that big telly.
yeah, but that weren't your team on tonight when you were watching it on telly.
I had United on it, didn't it?
So yes, it were Tottenham and Man United tonight. And I says, well, if you're watching it down here, I says, sound's turning right down. So that was my insistence. I said, if you're watching it down here, you're turning the sound right down.
You know, they turn it down.
But so yeah, so I hope you'll all join us tomorrow evening, celebrating like a pre-anniversary live stream. Only for the fact that one, Easy goes live on a Sunday evening, and two, football's on their team, and three, Chris hadn't gone live in a while. So I said, you know, how do you fancy going live on your channel? Okie dokie then, Amjad. Don't forget, tomorrow evening, 9 o'clock, Chris will be going live on his channel.
Yep. See you later, Amjad.
So thank you for coming in, Amjad, and I'll see you tomorrow. Or you'll see me, but I'll be on Chris's channel, if you know what I mean. We'll both be there. So, are you going as well, Johnny? But bye all.
See you, Johnny.
So I don't know whether he's, you know, because Amjad's going, I don't know. But so yeah. But I'll not be too long because it's nearly 8 o'clock, nearly 11 o'clock now. So not be too far behind. I thought you was going, no, and not just yet. Saying bye to Amjad. We're getting cross wires here. Everybody's saying bye, Johnny, and he says, I thought you were going. I'm going to get a couple of more minutes, Johnny, and then I will be turning it off. So he says, okay, I'm still here then. So yes, Chris is going live on his channel tomorrow evening. Just be an informal chit chat, like, since I was late, what's your plans menu? What for? For his anniversary? Nothing.
Getting drunk.
Yeah. For his anniversary, nothing really. I'm making a what were it? Frozen strawberry trifle cake thing for after Sunday lunch, because we always have a Sunday lunch on a Sunday. So that'll be his like anniversary dinner type of thing. Not really, Tony. We've got some shopping being delivered tomorrow. I'm going to make the it's like a trifle, but it's made in a loaf pan like a cake. No. I've made them 3 lots of biscuits today. I don't know what you're talking about, Wakey. They're both getting parole. It says, haven't you made him a lemon drizzle? Bad, Jeanette. I've made them 3 lots. I've made them ginger nuts. I've made them white chocolate cookies, and I've made milk chocolate cookies. I've made 3 lots of cookies today. So I know ginger nuts ain't lemon drizzle, but he likes some. Tony says Chris is so spoiled by your cooking, Jeanette, and think he knows that. He does know it, Tony.
I know. That's why I have Coronation Street on.
Bugger off. I don't ask your permission if I can watch Coronation Street. I only didn't watch it tonight because you got football on.
Yeah, that will Callum that.
So yeah, if I want Coronation Street on, I'll have Coronation Street on, whether there's football or whatever on. It's only because I record it. So, you know. But yes, I do spoil them. Three lots of cookies. And I'm making the frozen. It's like it's a trifle, but it's like made into a cake so you can slice it. So that's going to be a little bit special for his anniversary. But hey ho. So yeah. Tony says, one of these days I will visit and bring you something as a gift, Jeanette, in the near future. Yeah, it's a traditional English trifle, Becky, but it's made in a loaf pan and you freeze it overnight. But it's exactly like a trifle. In the first layer, you chop strawberries up. You mix 600 mils of what we call double cream, which is your heavy whipping cream. And you separate it into 3 separate dishes. First dish, you chop strawberries up and put that in. That's your first layer. Then in the recipe, it says you soak the fingers, the sponge fingers, in sherry. But I wanted a non-alcoholic. So I went on Google and it suggested orange juice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak them in orange juice instead. So you put the first layer, which is your chopped strawberries and your cream. Then you put your fingers on top. Then you mix custard into the second bowl and put that over the top of your fingers. Another layer of fingers. And then the third bowl, you mix strawberry jam with the cream. And that is your final layer. So then you fold the cling film over, chuck it in the freezer, and you freeze it overnight. So when you come to serve it, you can actually cut it. So it's like a cake, but not a cake, if you know what I mean. I ate my biscuit. That's no good, Becky. You'll have to make some more. So yeah, I looked for an alternative of, you know, what do I soak fingers in if you want a non-alcoholic? And it said ideal thing is smooth orange juice. So yeah. So it's going to be like a trifle, but not a trifle. It's one that you can slice. So I don't think cats would like it very, very, very nice, Tony. Uh-oh. Oopsies. Mrs. G overheard the comment about anniversary. She asked when ours was. Let's just say she's not happy. I was only 3 days out. Oopsies. Well, you see, we never forget ours because we got married on the longest day. So we know that it's the longest day on the 21st. So we know, that's how we never forget. But Chris does get confused. He sometimes thinks it's on 22nd and not 21st. It wouldn't be a puppy. Just rest assured, it would be a nice gift. Oh. But, you know, same as we've said, I mean, I've said it time and time again. I mean, we want to come visit Kate in Wales, and Bella and Baz want to come with. So we said we'd like sort of go to Baz and Bella's, you know, day before, stop at theirs overnight, and then we'll all go to Wales. And, you know, there's so many people that we want to get round to meeting. Well, let's put it this way, Wakey. I don't. Is it your wedding anniversary? Yeah, it's on Sunday, Tony. It's on the 21st. It's on. We're moving. Who said we're coming to see you, Gordo? I didn't mention you, did I? Well, being as you didn't get a taste of the lemon drizzle or anything last time.
You're definitely not getting on that.
Yeah. We were gonna come and see you, but I've changed my mind now. Have you ever been out of England? Yeah, we went on to Spain for his honeymoon.
I've been to Portugal, France. Where else? Oh, born in Kenya. So yeah, I've definitely been out of.
Yeah, Chris was actually born in Kenya.
Nairobi General Hospital.
Yeah. So if he so wanted, he could have had dual citizenship. He could have had like a Kenya citizenship and a British citizenship. Because his mum and dad are both British, but his dad were out there working because he worked for Johnson & Johnson at the time. And he went out there to set like a big factory up, send him back. Oh dear. Gordo. How did he find his way here? Well, his mum and dad come back to England when he was 7 years old.
Well, considering I was like only about 8 years old when I came back.
Yeah. Chris was the only one out of all his well, when I say Chris was the only one that were born in Kenya. His two sisters went out with his mum and dad, and then I keep calling you Callum. Chris was the only one that was.
All right, Wendy.
Chris was the only one that were born in Kenya. He says, does he speak Swahili or just gibberish? Yeah, just gibberish.
Jabbo.
Yeah. Well, you've got to imagine Wakey was 7 when he come back to this. She said, foreigner, go home, Becky did. He's British, Becky, even though we were born in Kenya. Well, he isn't, but he were born in Kenya. But he was 7 when his mum and dad returned back to this country. He was only born in Kenya by default, let's just say, that his mum and dad, his dad were working out there at the time. So yeah. You know, he has actually got a Kenyan birth certificate, but same as I say, like, let's say, for instance, if he so wished to, and he wanted to get a dual passport, he could do if he wanted. So he could have a dual passport because the fact that he was actually born in Kenya, but is classed as a British citizen. But, you know, same as I say, he were only born there basically by default because his dad were working out there. But anyway, same as I say. Yeah, it were born in Kenya, Tony, but it was 7 when his mum and dad came back to England. So is he a prince and does he make desperate phone calls? No. But anyway, same as I say. Right, it's 11:10. So yeah, I've been going on 2 hours and 10 minutes. But yeah, not a lot of people, you know, not a lot of people know that, but yeah.
Well, they do now.
Well,
Anybody that watches this?
It could be an undiscovered king, Wakey. I'd very much doubt it.
Yeah, well, I've none of that foreigners business.
Yeah,
That'll stop now.
it don't like being called a foreigner. Don't.
Because I ain't.
Yeah, don't wind him up about that. He don't like being called.
Out very easily.
Yeah. When he were at school, he got ribbed for it, and he ended up.
That's your scraps.
Yeah, he ended up. You know, bopping somebody on knows about it. Becky says good night. Oh, sorry, Chris.
All right.
Yeah, and Gordo says we're joshing. Wakey says bad enough is Sports Sheffield. But anyway, same as I say, yeah, he don't like being called a foreigner at all, because he ain't. Is British. Is, you know, his mum and dad's British. It was just, same as I say, by default he were born in Kenya. So it's not Chris's poor lad's fault that he were born there. Thank you very much, Tony. Right, I'm going to bid you all good night. And don't forget, Chris is going to go live on his channel tomorrow. And, you know, we want you to join us for his wedding anniversary. So, well, it's like, even though it's like a day early, but hey-ho. So, good night, everyone. And I shall see you tomorrow evening. Bye.